everyone, and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am, of course, your host, Aaron, and today we are going to go over my second portion of my Funko Fundays 2026 review, or my review of San Diego, wherever the hell you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about. Cody Rhodes, what do you want to talk about? Well, let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. So a little review of my last video, if you didn't watch it. I was bad-mouthing how San Diego Comic-Con was an absolute shit show for the people that did go. They got screwed over. A lot of the people who did have legitimate tickets got screwed over by the people who cheated out the system and got fake things and put them on their arms. Got all the goody goods. People lining up for days on end for a Hall H access where I think they got like a Doomsday costume. I don't know how that was really productive or anything wanted like that shit. And how Funko Fundays was very heavily homosexualized. And I'm telling you, if you do not believe me, please go and watch some segments from these things that they had here. The gay mermaid host, the guy who was attracted to him, who wanted to go on a date with him, his little barnacle boy guy, and then you had the Sea King, who was also, I think, of the gay persuasion too. So let me give you a little more rundown of why Funko Fundays 2026 sucked ass. Now, a lot of people said, oh, it was okay. No, it wasn't okay. It was shitty. First, they had all these games. I shouldn't say all these games. I should say a few games. And what they did, they gave it to the VIP Funko influencers that they have. There was a group of chairs, which they were the only chairs that were provided at the event, which was probably like a couple thousand people that were there, maybe a couple 100, maybe 100 people got these VIP chairs. They were the ones who got to go on stage for the costume contest and play all these stupid games, clam or no clam, and all this other stuff. While everybody else who was at the show was just basically either had to watch this stuff, wasn't really participating in it because there's no use in participation, and just stood there and was like, what the fuck is going on here? And to make matters worse, they waited, okay? They waited until like the last hour and a half of the show closing to tell people, we're giving away bags at the end of the event. So everybody else who stayed for the first 2.5 hours for this dumb shit that was going on and then said, fuck this, I don't want to stay here anymore, this is just pointless and stupid, there's nothing for me to do, I'ma leave, they didn't get anything. So Funko basically gave them a big fuck you finger. Funko is stupid! I cannot believe who the fuck in this board meeting went, okay, well, let's see what we can do for Funko Fundays this year. Let's do aquatics, gay, and make everybody miserable and give them terrible, terrible shit and food. The Funko Pops themselves weren't anything impressive. It was all basic same models, just in a black light or a glow light or some other shit. The only cool ones I gotta say that were probably there was a Shrek Freddy and a Neo Freddy. I tried to sell all my Funko Pops because they were really complete garbage. I really didn't want any of them. The limited small count numbers were just another Batman. It wasn't even Batman. It was like a dude without a mask. And then a Captain America, which you always have to throw in a fucking Captain America. Why wouldn't you do a theme that is popular for that year? Why not do more anime which more people are inclined to? Or maybe do something to do with the Marvel, Doomsday movie that's coming out towards the end of the year. That would have been sick. New molds, new models, not the same shit that you're giving at a basic box. It did not make me want to buy one for at home, and I'm glad I didn't get one. And by the way, I should mention this first. I did get that Doflamingo Loungefly bag, so I'm going to give that Doflamingo Loungefly bag victory and everything I described about Funko Funday is a down. Now, you had Disc Tracker, who's a big, well-named dude. He's trying to, say, oh, Funko Fundays wasn't too bad. And then you got a Funko Finder, who's like, oh, Funko, hey, it wasn't too bad. You two are the two biggest lying sacks of shit, you freaking influence. You're garbage. I don't know what to tell you guys, but you guys are liars. I don't know what you try to tell people who follow you on Instagram or on Twitter. It is garbage. The whole event was trash. Stop trying to make it seem that it was something it wasn't. The food. Let's talk about the food. I think about a couple years ago, maybe 10 years ago, when they did have the same event in the same place, the food that they gave out, a lot of people got sick from it. They got food poisoning. They gave out the same fucking chicken sandwiches that they gave out like 10 some odd years ago. The chicken sandwich is crap. They did have like some kind of like a bowl with like rice and meat. The rice and meat bowl was pretty good. I tried that, and I also did try the chicken thing because I got two little things because I had 2 tickets. Wasn't really good. And after that, there was no more food. Prototypes. What they did was they gave fortune cookies, and if you got a winning fortune cookie, you got a prototype. So what you're telling me is I just spent $1,000 to come to your fucking convention. That's including tickets and everything else, and I don't get a prototype. But you give them out to certain individuals who win a contest. You are a fucking scumbag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's stupid. Everybody should be able to get a prototype, not just picking and choosing different people. Oh, wait. I should say all the VIPs did get. So when the VIPs came in, they came in a different line, and they all got a different bag, which I'm pretty sure with different Funko Pops were probably a lot better. And every single one of them, that's right, every one of the VIPs that I've spoken to got a prototype. So if you're not a VIP and you didn't get a prototype, you know where they went, to these motherfuckers, because Funko doesn't care about their consumers. They don't care about their consumers at all. And I'm going to tell you this too. When one of these Funko dudes start coming down the aisle and before the show even started, he's like, hey, everyone's here for the Funko. Nobody was cheering because everyone was so fucking pissed off that we're waiting in the hot sun, no coverage, to get into the event. No water given out, no nothing given out, no special people like going down the lines being like, hey, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're doing this, that, and the other thing. Da 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 da. Nothing. It was like they just don't give a fucking shit. They wanted your money for the tickets. They went to the show, and once you're at the show, they're just like, our hands are clean. The best part about it was, I guess, the opportunity to just talk with people that you haven't seen in maybe like a year or two at other conventions and shit like that, which was pretty cool. I like the fact that I got to show my buddy Brian. He got a Raphael, but in the end, they gave a metallic Raphael, so it was kind of like he sold all his Funko Pops to get a Raphael, and then he got a Raphael for free at the end of the convention or at the end of the event. So it was kind of like a slap in the face. He could have just pocketed all that money or kept the ones that he really liked. So I thought that was kind of a down. And, it just wasn't fun. For me, the Funko Fundays wasn't fun. I didn't get a prototype. I didn't get any Funko Pops that I wanted to keep or what I liked. I felt like I wasted a lot of time in a line. Everything was so far. I had to take like a 25-minute walk to go get a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. All the food places were highly expensive. Once you got in the Funko Fundays, you're paying $20 to $30 for a fucking ice cream cone and a soda or some other shit that they were just jacking up the prices. But I guess the little kids did have fun. I guess some people did have fun. But this guy right here, no fun at all. The show was a bust. No participation from the crowd because there was really nothing for us to participate in. And it just seemed like they just didn't care. It really seemed like they're like, all right, let's just throw some shit together and call it a day. Whether they like it or not, we don't fucking care. They already spent their money, so fuck them. So Funko, I'm going to give you a big fuck you. I'm going to give you a big fucking down because your company is trash. I can see why you're going down. I can see why your CEOs keep switching. And I'm not even going to say that Funmaker Mike was like the big bopper of the guy who really made Funko Fundays fun or whoever, because he does that Rigamoto shit. And Rigamoto is getting it down too because that shit's crappy too. Thrill Joy crap too. I'm going to give that shit a down. Overall, the San Diego experience, other than me getting an opportunity to chill my buddy Brian and do maybe a little couple things and shit like that, is getting a big down. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we go more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye.